everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carla Lisa, and today's video it's one of my favorites videos because we're gonna be going Christmas shopping at Hobby Lobby, and I will be taking you along with me as we walk through the store so I can show you all the many new pieces that are available for Christmas this year, and also I will be pointing out all those great pieces that can be statements in our Christmas decor. And then we're gonna come back home and I will be showing you what I got from the store, and I will be showing you examples and some ideas styling these pieces in my home. So hopefully it will be a fun video, so I hope that you enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and let's get into this video. Alright, and as soon as I walked in, I couldn't help to notice this wooden slate. It has that subtle rustic charm that feels timeless for Christmas. The natural wood tone gives it such a charm, handcrafted look, and I can already picture that style in so many ways. But let's get inside, and our first stop is the floral section. I found these holy berry cluster sprays. The berries have this deep, rich red tone that feels really elegant, not too bright, just that perfect Christmas red that I really liked for my Christmas decor. And next are these pine needles and pinecone sprays, and I think it's such a great classic filler piece that I personally been using year after year. The pinecones look very realistic, and I love how the fine pine needles give it that natural woodsy texture. It's one of those simple stems that can easily blend in with just about any Christmas arrangement. And another classic every Christmas is this green cedar spray, and it's such a beautiful realistic piece for layering. The texture of the cedar looks so natural, it's so soft, delicate, and adds that perfect bit of greenery that feels fresh but still festive. And one of my favorites is this pine cones and pine leaves branch, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. It has that natural woodland look that feels so timeless for Christmas. The pine cones are real, and I love how they are paired with those layered pine leaves that give that branch a nice fullness and texture. And next, I came across this pinecone and pine stems, and it's such a versatile classic piece. The pine needles have a very soft, realistic look, and the pinecones themselves are just the right size to give that natural woodland charm. And next, I came to this reindeer figure section. I spotted these flocked standing reindeers, and I just loved how elegant and timeless it looks. The flocked finish gives it a soft, velvety texture that adds a touch of sophistication while still keeping that cozy, neutral style I love for Christmas decorating. This is one of those statement pieces that looks beautiful styled on an entryway table, a mantle, or even as part of a centerpiece. You could also pair it with the sitting reindeer of the same flock design to make a cozy combo. And next, they brought back the super popular and classic flocked ornaments. I love that you can get this packed with this beautiful earthy and neutral color palette. I love the way they decided to offer this variety of flocked ornaments in colors. They also came out with different sizes in the same presentation. This is the medium size with just 3 colors available, and even an extra large size, so you can mix and match them on your tree or use the larger ones in bowls or table decor as accent pieces. And now I wanted to show you some of the garlands and wreaths in this section. And first is this famous Norfolk pine garland, and this year they brought it in a super long 14 feet, which is plenty of garland to cover a large area. It's still very soft and has that realistic soft texture. It's not the fullest, but still a very affordable option for how long it is. And right next to it, I found this cedar garland, which is another favorite, popular, and bestseller every year. Actually, this is the first time that I could even touch it. It was always sold out by this time, and I'm so impressed how thick, super full, and heavy it is. It's one of those garlands that drapes perfectly well whether you use it on a mantle, along a stairs railing, or layered across a console table. And now moving on to the Norfolk pine wreath, I have to say this is one of my favorites, and I really love the natural look. The texture of the pine branches looks so natural, giving it that effortless and freshly cut greenery look. It's simple but elegant, which makes it perfect if you love that timeless, minimal Christmas style. And this cedar and jingle bells half wreath immediately caught my eye. It's such a charming and unique piece. I always love a half wreath design with the natural grapevine base showing through. It gives it that perfect mix of rustic and elegant that I really like. And the cedar greenery looks lush and realistic, and those little jingle bells have that very old rustic look. And I had to include this Harmony Bells pine wreath. It's another good one and one of my favorites too. Such a beautiful mix of classic and refined look. The pine needles have that soft realistic look that feels fresh and natural, and I love those hanging golden bells that I consider my favorite detail here. And next is this pine wreath with bells, and it seems to be a cedar leaf wreath to me. I love how full and natural the greenery looks. It has that soft, slightly wispy and messy look, but actually a very realistic texture. And next, let's move on to the bell section, and this aisle has all the bells available this year. And the first bells that caught my eye were these very large gold metal bells. And these are new this year, and they have that classic bright gold for Christmas, but with some hints of vintage old texture. I love they have both sizes, this larger one and the smaller size, so you can pair both together for a substantial or maximalist look. And another new is this gold metal bell cluster. I love the mix of traditional bells along with jingle bells, which help to add a nice layer of charming shapes and visual interest for a nostalgic, classic and festive look. Next, they brought back these Tibetan bells that are such a classic every year and are one of my absolute favorites due to the beautiful rustic old world antique look. I love that rustic charm for Christmas, and these are one of those bells that if I wouldn't have enough now, I would add it to my cart. And they brought back this smaller version of these hanging Tibetan bells in a set of 3 bells attached to a thick jute rope that adds that organic and rustic look to these bells. I personally own a set of these bells and I'll be using them this year again. And then this very small set of 3 hanging bells with a thick jute rope that I love too, and I also have and I used last year in my kitchen Christmas decor and 2 years ago by the way to add to a cedar wreath. Personally, I consider these bells are so versatile to hang them everywhere. And another new piece and one of my favorites this year is these wooden bells, and I consider it's a nice break to all those metal bells, and I love its simple yet rustic look. The warm wood tone and the jute rope make it feel so organic and natural and timeless. I love this comb with this cluster of golden jingle bells at the bottom, which help to bring the nostalgic Christmas vibes with a subtle sound. Another great piece that I found in this section are these brown wood bells, which has that artisanal handcrafted look to it, featuring a scalloped carved wood detailing, which give it a beautiful texture and vintage feel that make it stand out from the more traditional metal bells. I love that rustic dark brown tone to help add some warmth and contrast, and it's perfect if you are going for a warm, natural Christmas palette. And now let's continue with the glass ornaments that I found in this same aisle at the bottom. Now, the first one from left to right are these crackled mercury glass bowl ornaments and are gorgeous in this super pretty red color. I consider the red color makes this particular one stand out from the others here, and it has such a fancy look. The silver textural bowl ornament is very pretty, and if you prefer silver colors for Christmas, this might be a beautiful addition to add some texture and silver touches to your Christmas decor. this emerald green color. It's so beautiful. I love this emerald green for Christmas because it's such a very elegant color but still feels traditional, timeless and festive. Among the glass ornaments options, I found this brown distressed ball ornament. It seems to be a subtle flock detail on a silver background. Such a beautiful piece to add a subtle pop of earthy brown to a Christmas tree or as ball fillers on a tabletop decor. And moving on to the next aisle, I found these frosted pinecone ornaments. Come in a pack of so many of them. Each one of them is covered in white flocking that resembles snow, and these are perfect to be mixed with other Christmas festive and nature-inspired elements for a woodsy woodland look. And I have always considered Hobby Lobby one of my top places to get high quality, high-end look candles for affordable prices. The fragrances are always amazing and long-lasting, so I'm for sure grabbing this red York candle and some other for year-round accent piece and home fragrance. Next, these Norfolk pine trees are new this year and are available in 3 sizes, the very small, the medium and large size. I bought a Norfolk pine tree last year from a Floral and the quality is very similar. I consider it's full enough for an accent Christmas piece where you can add some small ornaments or twinkling lighting. I would add a medium-sized pot to complement it and for a more natural, stylish look. And this is the smallest size and it's perfect for smaller spaces, like for example next to the kitchen sink decor, shelf styling or a simple accent decor. And next I wanted to show you some bow ornaments that are new this year. And first I came across these new metallic golden bow ornaments. These come in a set of 2 and will add that glow classic gold accent to the tree. Then in this section I found these new and very pretty ringstone bow ornaments featuring a bow shape wrapped in crystals, and these are very similar to the fancy gold bows sold at Pottery Barn. But next, they also have the matching ringstone bow tree topper. This will add an extra fancy and festive glowy look to your Christmas tree. And when it's come to the candle holders, I found these gold bow tapper candle holders which are perfect for a Christmas table or mantle decor. These were actually in final discount, very affordable and a great faux antique look. And next, for a Christmas dinner setting, I found these pretty glasses embellished with many tiny red bows along the outside. They have also available the matching wine glasses for a complete dinner look. But next, I found these red bows icon bubble glasses, and these are very pretty and very similar to the icon glasses sold at Pottery Barn. They feel substantial and it's simple yet very festive and Christmas look, perfect for a tablescape setting to celebrate the season. And they also have the Santa Claus icon glasses, so you have 2 options to choose from, but definitely my favorite are the bows. Alright, and we are back home and I wanted to show you all the items that I got from the store and giving you some ideas and inspiration styling these items in my home. So the first items that I picked up from the store are these beautiful pine cones and pine branches. And last year I saw these branches or stems in the store and I didn't see the potential, but this year I really wanted to try them. And honestly, I really like them. The foliage, it looks very natural and realistic, and it's real touch as well. And I also love that it includes these real pine cones in this medium size, which make it look more realistic in my opinion, and it adds that rustic, wintry, woodsy look that I love for my Christmas decor. Now, I can recreate a beautiful Christmas or winter arrangement using these stems in a traditional way, adding them in a vase. These aren't too long or short. I consider these are perfect for a medium-sized vase. So as an example, I wanted to show you styling these stems in a vase. I consider these branches will go perfect on a dining table for an effortless daily centerpiece. Just putting them in a vase. I wanted to try them in this beautiful caramel vase from Maggie & Co. And it's that I love the silhouette and they look stunning in here. I can place this arrangement on any counter space like the counters in my living room, and these look gorgeous styled in this vase. But honestly, what I really had in mind for this is to make swag. Since these have a very hard wire spine stem holding the branches, I thought that it would be perfect by tying two of these together, and I actually used just a wire from a product bag that I had on hand to create a larger swag that I can hang over a wall art or even a mirror for a simple yet beautiful seasonal touch. This is another way to use these stems, using them to make swags, and that is exactly what I had in mind when I bought these branches. And continuing with branches and stems for Christmas, I also picked up these beautiful and very traditional berry branches, and what I really love about these branches is this beautiful, very deep and dark red, which is very difficult to find because most of the berry branches that I've seen in stores have a very bright red, and I consider this would go better with my Christmas decor and the color that I have in mind. They not only are great to style by itself, like for example in this hanging basket that is in the floral section just for a simple Christmas touch, or adding more branches to complement it, but personally, I would like to separate the branches and use them individually instead of the single stems into my garlands or wreath, and it adds that pop of red in a shade that I really love. I also appreciate that these come with plenty of branches, or I mean plenty of berries, so I'll have more than enough to work with for what I have in mind. And the next items are also very traditional for Christmas and are these beautiful wooden bells. And these are new at Hobby Lobby this year, or at least I don't remember seeing these bells the last year. So I grabbed both of the new styles that I showed you earlier in this video. And style number one is these bells with this beautiful carved detail and darker wood tone that actually make them look vintage, and they are slightly smaller. And then the style number two, that are these bells with a more neutral natural tone, and these are slightly larger than these others, but honestly both are very pretty, and I actually can use them and style them the same exact way. So for example, I bought the two bells of each one of them to pair them, styling them together. For example, I can pop one pair on a book to help add some height for a shelf styling, or a console table decor, like for example on my accent chest, adding that simple charming Christmas detail. Since these are small, are perfect for these places where I need just a smaller or subtle decor. For the style number two, I thought it would be perfect tying two of these together to hang on a wreath and add that woodsy touch with that greenery, and wow, this looks so perfect, and just like these wooden bells were meant to be hanging here. These bells would be not only perfect for that table decor or shelf styling, but absolutely going beautiful hanging on a wreath. And the next item that I got are these super pretty frosted pine cones, and wow, I really love the look of these frosted pine cones, like they were literally outside under the snow, and they still will be that very nature inspired and organic look that I really love for my Christmas decor, but for my home decor in general. But since these are actually ornaments, by the way, these have a loop where I can insert a wire and hang on my Christmas tree or any other accent Christmas tree, adding that nature element, creating a cozy wintry woodland look that I actually love in my Christmas decor. But at the beginning I thought they were ball fillers, and I actually bought them thinking of that. So when I saw them, I was like, oh, I can recreate a beautiful bowl decor, adding these pine cones and mixing with a lot of red berries or sugary red berries that I had on hand from the last year. Like for example, I wanted to fill this wooden bowl with many of them and then sprinkling red berries all over the pine cones. And I love that snow white, red and brown colors mixed all together, and I can place this bowl decor on my island for a kitchen Christmas decor, or any other counter space, or my console table for an entryway Christmas decor. And I really love this combination of these snowy pine cones or frosted pine cones with a lot of red berries, because the red berries will stand out beautifully from the faux snow covering the pine cones. And the next items are these super adorable bubble glasses with red bows. And as you may know, these are very similar to the bubble glasses sold at Pottery Barn that are so popular every year, every Christmas, but unfortunately aren't the most affordable. So the last year I was in a hunt for bubble glasses with just a simple red detail in stores selling similar to these glasses, but unfortunately I couldn't find something that I really loved. So while shopping at Hobby Lobby, I found these bubble glasses with this beautiful red bow detail, and I just fell in love immediately because it's exactly what I was looking for. But if I'm not using them, these are perfect to display on my shelves in my kitchen for a quick Christmas kitchen styling. But also these are perfect, and I consider the better way to style them on a Christmas tablescape. If you are hosting a Christmas dinner or having family gathering, these are perfect to add that simple Christmas touch to the table, but still festive and fun to celebrate and share the Christmas time. And another item that I brought from Hobby Lobby is this red jar candle. It's a rich mix of sweet apple, herbs, and seasonal spices, and I just couldn't pass such a perfect Christmas scent. I love the size, perfect to style it on a kitchen island with a simple touch of greenery and berries for a very festive look. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you had so much fun, inspiration, and ideas for your Christmas decorating. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!